So what do I mean by spending differently? Is it create a budget or shop with a list, track spending, or set your goals? Actually, I don't want to talk about any of that. Because for me, the real change doesn't come from these quick fixes, these techniques. It comes from the core, my identity, which is the source of my behavior. And I feel the problem needs to be fixed there. And I've started experimenting with this intentional spending, which is driven by three key decisions. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Arul. On this channel, I share my learning journey. And with this, I'm hoping to build a learning community here. And if you've ever questioned the way you spend money, then my decisions might give you a perspective to think about. So the first decision that I took was that I wanted to change my identity. And this is the concept that I've picked from book Atomic Habits by James Clear, where James states that the most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but who you wish to become. And in my experience, that's exactly true. Because changing my identity so far has served as a base layer, and it makes the new habits more inviting so that they can stick. For years, I've been a night owl. I used to love staying up all night and getting the work done. It felt so productive. I could work in my isolation. There's nobody to disturb. And I would just sit through one night and get my work done. It always felt like I was winning. But then I started learning about the benefits of starting work early in the morning. I could get more focus. I could get more energy levels. It's just a much better quality of life if I would start work early in the morning versus at night. So I wanted to make this switch from a night owl to a morning person. And I remember that the real change that started happening was when I started seeing myself that way, calling myself a morning person versus a night owl. And today, I get up every morning at 5:30 a.m. and it feels totally natural because that's my identity now. I'm a morning person. And I'm applying some similar approach with money, where I used to be a person who would spend money on impulses, where let's say something looked classy, I would buy it because I like classy things. I've understood now that these things eventually lose value. So now I'm becoming a person who seeks value in every dollar they've spent. And it's not restrictive because let's say, yes, I value productive tools because they increase my productivity, but I also value travel because it helps me create those memories with my friends and family. And now my identity, my new identity is that I'm someone whose money serves what I value the most, not just the things that feel good in the moment. The second decision that I took was about my relationship with money. There's an idea that I've fallen in love with, which is using money as a tool to improve my life. And now there are so many financial experts that talk about this idea. When I was growing up, I learned so much importance about saving money. I was told that do whatever you have to save the money. If you have to sleep on a cheap mattress just so that you can save some money, sure, go ahead and do it. You need to do it. I get that. Today, I feel yes, saving and investing is one of the strongest pillars of financial well-being. It is really, really important. But nobody really told me that I need to use money as a tool to improve my life, to improve the quality of my life. For example, no one told me that I need to spend money or invest money on a good mattress so that I can get some good night's sleep that would recharge my brain, which would make me more productive during my work, which would eventually lead me to make more money and grow in my professional life. So now I have decided that I'm going to use money as a tool to improve my life, to invest money on things that would save me time, that would increase my productivity, things that would provide me comfort so that when I come back home from work or a very hard day, I can relax, recharge, and then be ready for the next day. And this way of spending could actually look boring. For example, I spend a lot of money on productivity tools like whiteboards, like these markers. I recently purchased a new air fryer too. And the reason why I did that was I did a calculation where it is going to save me 10 to 15 minutes of cooking time, and I can easily cook my meals at home in less time. So that purchase made sense. And it's most likely like that. The purchases, they look boring, but they add real value to life. It could save you time. I'm also thinking about investing more in a professional wear. I've been doing that up until this point, but I feel like I want to do it even more. And this could be controversial because I'm talking about investing in clothes, whereas buying clothes is seen as a very negative financial decision, or at least buying more clothes. And what I feel like, or what I'm trying to say here is that this is intentional because if I invest more in professional clothes and I show up at my job looking more professional, it would give a serious impression that I'm a serious professional, which could even lead me to a better role, better job, more money, adding so much value to my life. So, this is exactly what I'm talking about, being intentional with spending, where every dollar counts. The third decision that I made was to move away from external validation. Um, it's a really hard decision to practice, really, really hard, especially when I'm constantly in those environments where comparison is a very regular norm. It's really hard to pull myself away from them, from those comparison scenarios on a regular basis. And when I reflect on my life decisions, a very common one that I talk about on this channel is when I bought my car. I bought it brand new at the time, and I'm still using that car, by the way. But I always tried to figure out why did I buy that car in the first place? Because honestly, I couldn't afford it at the time. When I was growing up, I wanted a car during my engineering, and I didn't get one. So when I bought this one, I felt like I owed it to that kid in me. I owed this car to that kid in me. So it's okay for me to buy. But deep down, really, really deep down, I feel like I also wanted to pull up in a flashy black sedan where people would look at me and I will feel admired, where people would think I'm successful. I wanted to get those compliments on my car. To me now, that is external validation. And that's the part I'm not okay with anymore. It's not the car, but it's a decision behind buying that car. And one thing I've understood now is that if I continue to chase these external validations, I'll continue to chase them forever. There's absolutely no end to it. It's like running on treadmill. I am running, but I'm not getting to any other place. I'm just staying still. And I always ask myself a question. What do I really want? The answer that I get is that I want real and quiet wealth. And then I ask myself, why do I want that? Is And the answer I usually get is maybe I want to live a comfortable life, which allows me to take some time back, spend time on things that really matter, maybe spend more time with my friends and family. But here's the difference. I'm not saying that I'm never going to buy another luxury car. I will probably at some point. But if I do, I want to buy it for the right reasons. Maybe I want to travel comfortably with my friends and my family. And maybe I want a car which is more reliable, which doesn't break down quite often. It provides me that peace of mind. It saves me time. Then yes, those are some valid reasons. What I mean to say is that now my financial decisions, they need to reflect, and they should reflect what I truly value, not what I think people might admire. So I really hope that my decisions today will give you something to reflect on. Maybe the reason behind why you have taken those financial decisions in your life. And if you feel like sharing them, then please do leave them in the comment section. And if you can do me a favor, hit the subscribe button because it's free to you, but it is going to help me create some similar diary notes in the future.